Mom, you're gonna say this is gross.
What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to Thrashing Outdoors. So, I've got a hair in my ass to try out something today. Or not today, it's been on an ongoing deal for a week or so, just kind of getting prepped for it. But I kind of got a inkling to make my own lures. I'm gonna make a few jigs, my own sinkers. I like to fish for about everything if you haven't watched some of my other videos. So catfish, crappie, walleye, bass, basically anything that's biting or is, you know, I'll fish it all. So my tackle box has got a wide variety of things. So, but I thought today I come across about 120-ish pounds of lead recently, and I just kind of picked it up thinking maybe one day I'd get into where I'd make my own stuff. And yeah, so we're kind of making it happen. I've got an order coming from Barlow's Tackle of some things to help me in the process. But right now, just to get me by, I'll kind of show you what I got here. So I've come across all these lead pieces here, right? Just some sheeting. I got some weights off of a couple cast nets, and then over here is our melting process right now. Not going to say this is the best way to do it. I've obviously there's probably a lot faster ways. This is only for the guys who literally have all kinds of time on their hands, because it is not a slow melting, or is not a fast melting process. This little heater I've got is not quite strong enough, and it's just a very slow process. Plus, it's not very big. So this is what I've been working with, and it's doing the job. But like I said, it's not something that you go out and this is the perfect thing. I guarantee you there's lots better ways. But this was cheap. The little burner cost me, I think, 13 bucks at Walmart. This is a pan that I had at the house. Wife is probably gonna be mad, but I'll buy her a new one. And then I originally had this cast iron here to do this process with, but it's too big. This isn't hot enough, so it was cooling around the edges before it got too hot, or before it got hot enough to pour. Obviously, I'm doing this outside. I'm just at the edge of my garage here. Alright, so I'm going to set you down real quick while I don't know how well you'll stay there, but let's find out. Try to get all the purities straight off the top. There are definitely other ways that you can do this. I've seen guys throw sawdust in here, sets it ablaze, and basically burns up all the impurities, gets them right to the top and kind of stuck together. I've seen, right now I'm just scooping off what I have, and so once I get it to where I'm ready, oh god, that's heavy. just take and pour into this here. Let that set up, and I'll throw some more lead in it and let that stuff get melting. I'm a big fan of these because they kind of drop in. That means lead splashes. So yeah, once she solidifies, you can kind of see she's still a little wobbly there. Once she gets nice and hard, I'll dump it out on the concrete and let it cool on the concrete for a while. And in the process, that one will get to melting again. So I've been leaving some in here. I don't dump all of it out, because that way I've noticed it kind of melts a little faster when I do that. It's probably going to be a multi-series edition here. Like I said, I'm still waiting on some parts and some material to show up. In the meantime, I'm just trying to make nice clean ingots, and that way when my actual melting pot gets here that I'm going to use for making the pouring into the molds, they're all about 5 pounds, and they'll have most of the impurities knocked out. They'll be pretty clean lead. The pot that I'm getting is supposedly, it's not best to use for melting scrap stuff. If you have good lead, that's what it wants. You can screw it up by putting crappy lead into it. So I'm trying to melt it this way down, and that way I got halfway decent lead ready to go, and I don't put garbage in there. It's an $80 piece, so I'm not trying to screw it up and have to buy another one. But if you guys are interested in making your own jigs, stay tuned, because I'm going to be bringing quite a bit of stuff to you. I'll be making some sinkers. I'm going to be making some weedless jigs. I'm going to make some round ball jigs. In the future, I'm going to have swim jigs. And right now I'll be making no roll sinkers, egg sinkers, and bottom bouncers. It cost me a little bit to get into it, but I'm thinking about selling some up, just selling enough to whoever may want it. And I'm not going to charge like premium price. I know a 3/4 ounce, half ounce, 3/4 ounce jig you can pick up for $3 or $3.50, $4, $5, $6, depending on the jig. But I'm not doing that. I'm basically just gonna sell them to buddies and locals or whoever that gets a hold of me and wants a couple, and I'm gonna sell them for basically what it cost me to make them and a little bit extra, just to kind of recoup the cost and material that I've had to buy to do them. To me, it's gonna be more of, I'll have a ton of jigs put in my boat for myself that I've made on my own, and then as well as it'll give me like a little hobby. So if you guys are interested in doing want to learn how to melt lead or make your own jigs, we're gonna have quite a few videos coming up on that. But for today, like I said, I'm just trying to get rid of all my big bulky stuff and turn it into these nice little round ingots, and that way I can set this down in the pot when I get it. The pot's supposed to be a 20 pound pot, so I should be able to put 4 of those in there at a time. I'll probably start out with 3, see how that goes. Yeah, I got about $20 wrapped up in what I'm using. Maybe farther down the road, if I do get into where I'm buying more scrap lead, I'll look into getting something that's a little bit quicker. But I'm just enjoying the weather today. It's a little bit warmer, about 40 degrees, 35 degrees. I've got my safety gear on, leather gloves, long sleeves, eye protection. As you can see, it's not a fast process. That stuff's still just chilling. This is probably hard enough now. I'll go ahead and dump it out. And there it can sit and cool. And then what I've been doing is I put this back over top to kind of conceal the heat in there. And looks like there's a lot of lead in there, but trust me, if that was full of lead, that thing would be heavy, and it's not really that heavy. So it's mostly just garbage. Yeah, so I've got all this to do left. Got these pretty good chunk pieces here. That's got some weight to it, and then a little bit left in there in that piece. And now this is what I've made so far. Just 25 pounds, and the last one I just dumped out was 30. Like I said, they're roughly about 5 pounds. I weighed one. But they're about 5 pounds a piece. If you guys got some better ways, please put in the comments below. I'm all for learning. I'm learning myself, and if you've never done this and you think it'd be cool and you got a way to get some lead, I know that right now, like I said, I got all this stuff for free, all this lead for free. You can buy it online already melted down into ingots, and they're clean lead, and you're gonna pay anywhere from $2 to $3 a pound. I don't know if it might still be efficient that way, but I don't know. Maybe one day I might get into where I buy something like that. Right now I'm just gonna try to get it the cheapest way possible. I know that I could probably buy it for about 50 cents to $1 a pound if it's, you know, scrap wheel weights and things like that. And that's going to be my first route of going and looking. But if you guys are interested in doing this stuff, dive in, man. Just go as cheap as possible, and like I'm kind of doing. Like I said, I spent a bunch of money on the stuff coming from Barlow's, but the most expensive thing that actually is not a jig related or weight related is I bought about 4 or 5 molds at about 35 bucks a piece, and I bought the melting pot. Everything else I bought was hooks and skirts and weed guards, things that I will make the jigs with. So if I end up getting to where I'm selling a couple of them, you know, I can make all I'm going to try to do is just make my money back to where basically I didn't have to pay anything for all that stuff I needed to actually make, like the molds and the melting pot. But we'll see. Maybe I won't sell any of it. I'll just keep it all for myself. them. Look at them sons of dicks right there, huh? That's nice. That's party. As you can see, it's dark out now. Got another one right there. Got another one cooking right there. Got more in the pot still. And still have, let's see if I can get the light here. Still got about all this left to do. So yeah, you got all the time in the world. Not a little bad gig, you know. Come over here and get you a little tasty beverage. Sit out here and enjoy just being outside. Getting high on some lead. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I've been keeping away from the fumes. But yeah, we're cooking with hot coils. All right, so I'm figuring about 19. I got 20 in the pot. They're about 5 pounds a piece. I was gonna actually measure each one of them, and yeah, well, my battery's damn dead on the old scale I got. So I'm figuring about 5 pounds a piece. So I get 20. That's 100 pounds. Probably got another 10, 20 pounds left. 10 pounds maybe. So yeah, that'll make quite a few 1/2 ounce, 3/4, 1 ounce jigs. Pretty excited. Time to stir the pot. See you later. Hey, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.